talk Tiger basketball. We're going to talk a lot of NBA. If you watch the All-Star game, there's a lot of interesting things that happen. Did you see how KD and Paul Pierce still blew off Ray Allen and ignore him and don't even have anything to do with him?
KG.
What did I say?
KD.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got Kevin Durant on the brain.
No, of course.
Yes, the big ticket. That's
the
right.
big ticket.
The big ticket.
That's right. That's what they call them.
KG, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce still don't like Ray Allen.
No, they don't.
Man, Steph Curry was on fire. LeBron got the game-winning shot in Cleveland. In Believeland. Nikola Jokic didn't play in the fourth quarter.
He didn't. What a big snub.
It's kind of interesting when you think about the reigning MVP could not get in there. You know why?
Because he's not good enough.
Because this year's MVP, Joel Embiid, was just destroying him. And I
Right.
know it's an all-star game and nobody plays defense, so I'm kind of just being funny. But it is kind of weird because we talk about how the big man is dead. But let's just say Nikola Jokic wins that bad boy last year, and let's say Joel Embiid does win it this year. That'd be back-to-back big men with the MVP, baby.
As more people say the big man is dead and you see more and more teams going with smaller guys to five, the more and more dominant the big guys can be.
That's a good point.
Joel Embiid can literally score every time down the floor if he wanted to in a real game.
He definitely can. Plus, not only going to talk some Tiger basketball, but you won't believe this. We're going to talk a little bit of Michigan. A little bit of interesting.
The maize and blue.
Did you, by any chance, find a rock that you could hide under and not see that?
What are we talking about, John?
Juwan Howard, Greg Gard, started a little fisticuffs action yesterday. Got absolutely out of hand in the game. I still am shocked that I actually saw it. It was Michigan. It was Wisconsin. We're going to open this one up. I want to open this up to the AutoZone text and listener line, 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone, 901-360-8255. Is it just me? Or is now everybody out there that usually, how come Juwan Howard, it feels like on this Monday, is getting such a pass?
I don't think he is getting such a pass, John.
Did you watch any TV or, listen to,
Well, that's, four people on one network.
No, man, I'm talking about there was four people in first, what is it called?
Take.
First Take. No,
Get
the
up.
no. The FS1
First things
went.
first.
First things first. Then we saw, the First Take. Kendrick Perkins was defending Juwan Howard huge. Just going out there and laying on it for him. The problem is for me, is not only did Juwan Howard, and I'm going to bring this up, we're going to talk about everything. I'll go blow by blow through what I saw, but I would like to remind you, Juwan Howard, it wasn't a year ago. What would you say, 10, 11 months ago?
Sure.
Got thrown out because he threatened to kill Mark Turgeon, the Maryland coach. Got thrown out of the game for threatening to kill another man. And then we're talking about getting rid, instead of talking about Juwan Howard's behavior, not talking about the thousands upon thousands of handshake lines that haven't turned into that, instead of talking about Juwan Howard's actions, we're talking about doing away with the handshake line. More so than talking about Juwan Howard's actual actions.
John?
No. You're going to sit there and say, I want to get rid of the handshake line too. That's not the point. Why is it the first thing? If you want to look at this and talk about it tomorrow, the next day, if that wants to be your focus that, hey, you know what, maybe we need to stop to end this practice, go ahead. But don't do it right after this kind of a situation and actually give credence to what Juwan Howard was spitting after the ruckus, we would call it. The little fracas. Could have been a lot worse, by the way. Very ugly look. But he goes then to the podium and justifies his actions by saying, no other man's going to put their arm on me.
It's a good point. But John...
Hold on, time out. He touched his arm. Juwan Howard grabbed him then by the shirt, started finger wagging.
Don't touch another man.
And, oh, dude, what, you can't talk. He was just trying to explain.
Well,
Juwan, you know what he was going to explain, by the way? And you tell me if this doesn't make sense. Juwan Howard, coach your own damn team, and you were still pressing in the last 15 seconds of a basketball game. So Greg Gard's coaching his team, and he just wanted to reset the 10-second clock. That's called two coaches coaching. If you don't like what he's doing, don't worry about what he's doing. You coach your basketball team. And and Greg Gard was just trying to say, hey, you were pressing. I was just calling a timeout. I understand you're pissed off. Because you know why? How do I know this? Because Juwan Howard said what he said in the line during his press conference. So Greg Gard's just trying to explain to him that, hey, I just wanted to reset the 10-second clock.
Mm-hmm.
And Juwan Howard wasn't having any of it. And then it turns into a fracas. And it now feels like everybody and their grandmother is bending over backwards to defend Juwan Howard. And I'm like, wait a second. Juwan Howard is paid 7 figures to coach young men how to become grown men and how to play basketball for a very prestigious university. Michigan is a very prestigious university. Yes, no? What do you think?
Yes.
Great academics,
Well,
yada, yada.
It seems like you got it figured out, John.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I'm just saying, look, Juwan Howard, again, he, and I'm not saying, I'm not out here calling for somebody's job. I'm not saying he needs to be fired. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, holy cow, why is everybody out there bending over backwards to defend his actions, saying, yeah, you can't touch a man? What are you talking about? People touch each other all the time, but you can't, do you know what throwing a punch is now, which makes me so sad because when I was growing up, fighting was just part of life. But if you throw a punch now today, a lot of times you get assault charges. I mean, it's a different world we're living in, and people want to throw out Bobby Knight. Look at his actions. Oh, my gosh. Do you remember Woody Hayes? Dude, what you could do in the 70s and 60s and 80s and 90s and even early 2000s, it don't fly today in 2022. Like, you have to.
It seems like you're justifying fighting in old days, but criticizing it today.
Children. I'm talking about kids. Like, when you're a
Right.
kid, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just go around and fight. Y'all didn't do that stuff. I don't know what y'all's generation did.
We jacked each other off. Usually.
Dump. Amen for the dump button.
Good thing I got her out of that.
Yeah. But no, for real.
Let me write
what
that
I'm
down. I
saying
can't
is,
say that in the future.
yes. What I'm trying to say is, no joke though. I'm not calling for Juwan Howard's job. I'm saying it was a horrible look by Juwan Howard. I don't want to hear that Greg Gard shouldn't have touched another man. He touched him on his arm. I don't want to hear Juwan Howard's actions. He's the coach. Do we see these things happen with players?
Yes.
Yes, they're also in the heat of a battle. By the way, are the players making 7 figures? Some of them are now. But what I mean is that they are not. They're there to play ball and to grow up and mature, and young people make a lot of mistakes. It's part of the growing process. But the person that's actually trying to walk you, your coach, a man who's basically paid to listen, a coach in no situation should ever act like that, period. And that should be the end of the discussion. Juwan Howard should be suspended for a while, like maybe the rest of the season. If you suspend him the rest of the season, I'm cool with that. But sitting there coming out here saying we have to, the first thing, you know what, we need to end these handshake lines. We need to do this. Oh, you know what? Well, Greg Gard instigated this. No, Greg Gard, they were walking. Oh, yes, and I heard the explanation. Oh, it was a blow-by. He was trying to do a blow-by. Well, Gard, like I said, they're 2 grown men. They're 2 coaches. They coach young men in basketball, and I understand you get passionate and you care for your team. But when is a coach realistically ever allowed to hit another man? And there's a story in junior hockey. Did you see what happened this weekend in junior hockey?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Well, a kid, and this is what, and I'm not saying this for Juwan Howard either, but this is what junior hockey did this weekend. So guess what happens? A young man in junior hockey, and if you don't know what junior hockey is, it's basically a developmental league for amateurs to try to get to be pros, okay? So the South Shore Kings had one of their players get very upset with the referee. He skates over there, and he clocks him. Junior league hockey, you know what they did? They banned him for life. And it's kind of weird. Because,
so that's the precedent then.
But
Juwan Howard should be banned for life.
I'm just saying, hockey players is kind of more interesting that nobody's coming out there and defending this person, because in hockey, you actually fight each other and go into the penalty box. I'm not advocating, again, for dudes punching referees, but have you read all this stuff on the Twitter about this kid? He should be banned for life. That's just totally unacceptable.
Well, What's
He
a
could have killed
blindside
him.
punch?
I mean, it was also a blindside punch. But
And this was
again,
an altercation
no,
where
but
they're both
you're
talking
saying
to each other.
you're defending.
I haven't said anything so
no,
far.
you
to be
haven't
honest.
said anything that's true.
I haven't
but
said
already,
anything.
already know that with your look.
Well,
what you're thinking.
you've said what I'm going to say like 3 times, it seems like. I'm not sure any of it is what I was actually going to say, but you've argued my side for me a couple times so far. And it seems like, based on the argument you've had with me, with yourself, it seems like you're going to win this argument, John.
I will have to say one thing though. I like winning the arguments.
Yeah,
but
you
if
won.
we're gonna argue, you want to get physical? So no.
No,
never mind.
that's what we're arguing against is getting physical,
Yes.
John. But here, what I was going to say is, let me go back to the way I was going to say it at the beginning. John,
Hello, sir.
you ever watch political news?
No.
And here's how it happens in political news: is something happens, and then people go on television and argue something they already wanted to happen because it works to their advantage based on the events that have just occurred.
It's a great point.
And so I think, for me personally, I've wanted to abolish the handshake line for quite a while, just based on professional sports precedent. And I think maybe some other people might be in the same boat as me, and they're using a situation with Juwan Howard to further that agenda a little bit, like politics.
You know what? That's actually, I have to give you that was a pretty strong take. Good job.
So I think I am pro abolishing the handshake line. I'm not endorsing Juwan Howard's behavior, though.
Basically, all these people who are coming out here and now saying it like loud as we can, ban the handshake line. They've been wanting to say that forever. And they just are using this situation to go out there and be as loud as they can.
I think some people at the top might have been behaving that way, and then you know how it works: is people that you listen to and respect say something, then you start to form those same opinions. Because there's a strong argument for getting rid of the handshake line. On the other hand, there's a strong argument for condemning what Juwan Howard did. So I think 2 things can be true, John. We should not condone what Juwan Howard did, and we shouldn't be shaking hands after games anymore. Because it's not like people are up in arms about Major League Baseball and the NBA not doing it, or the NFL for that matter. Hell, coaches shake hands, and then sometimes coaches get in arguments after NFL games. Remember when John Harbaugh chased after, or was it Jim that chased after? One of the Harbaughs chased after somebody after a handshake after a game. Remember that? Or a Harbaugh got chased after. A Harbaugh was involved in a coaching altercation in the NFL.
Yes, again, that's the
Not
National
relevant.
Football League. Not relevant. And here's what I'm going to do.
But why should they be held to higher standard or lower standards of sportsmanship
I'm not
than
saying
college
they should.
sports,
I'm not saying that they should. I'm saying, though, you know why they're not held to a higher standard? Because you know what happens? You remember the Malice in the Palace? Dude, they got the book thrown at them. The NBA don't play. They lose big buku amounts of dollars.
But again, that's totally different.
That's what I'm
John.
saying. No, what I'm saying is that's why we're not talking. I'm not
Right.
comparing the NFL and college.
Right.
Because these are young people.
Right.
That you were still trying. They were developing. You got 17 like we had Imani Bates, all the way up to 26 like Dre and everybody in between. These are young people who are very impressionable.
But there's also, it's not like it's just like regular college kids. There's also buku amounts of pressure and money on the line for coaches, to keep your job, for the players to be relevant, to make it to the NBA. Not to mention the fan bases that treat these guys, not to name any markets, but this one, like they're professionals the day they sign out of high school. We thought Imani Bates and Jalen Duren were the next comings of Jesus Christ or something. So it's understandable why this amount of pressure and money and stakes on these situations can boil over to those kinds of situations.
And if a kid had done this, we would be talking like this, but a kid didn't do it.
I understand.
Jawan Howard was the person who lit that flame.
But
and by the way, he's a full-grown man.
Again,
and in the last 10, 11 months, he's already threatened to kill one coach, and then he slaps another one.
Right.
I don't know, 2 strikes?
I'm not excusing his behavior, but I'm just speaking more generally about handshakes in general. It's an immature environment. Now, coaches included.
Yeah.
I totally include coaches in that. You look at the way Tom Crean behaves at Georgia and the way he behaves at Indiana. You look at the way you mentioned Bob Knight, the way these guys behave. So it's not to excuse Juwan Howard's behavior at all. That should not be allowed the way he behaved. You said it perfectly. He's a leader of young men. They are impressionable. And they're like, why did the players fight too? Because the leader fought.
I'm about to say that's when I was a young person, if my coach got in a fight, you better believe that every single person on that team, it's roll time. And that is not what you want.
But I do think this is a larger problem, and I think as time goes on, the stakes just get bigger and the pressure amplifies because the money goes up and the money at stake goes up, and now NIL, there's money literally at that point at stake for everybody. I just think there's too much immaturity and too much can boil over after the game, and if professionals don't do it, and they're mature, at least more so than these guys, professional athletes, I don't see any reason why we should continue to do this in college. If you know a buddy on the other team, shake his hand, dap him up, say what's up. Coaches can wave to each other. If they don't want to wave to each other, don't wave to each other. I don't think it should be this thing where you have, especially, let's say a game does boil over, John, and it gets really heated in the last few minutes. Are those games we're just going to be like, okay, no handshake this game, but in games where you do agree, you're fine.
No. Okay, you're going off on the tangent.
Well, I'm arguing on behalf of. What's that?
We have a winter games update.
No, it's over this week.
Oh, it's done?
It's done.
Oh, man, I was racing through this. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No,
I was
you're
going to
good.
let you stay on your high horse.
No, you're fine.
I love it.
I'm just arguing on behalf of handshakes separate from the Juwan Howard situation.
Okay.
So I can separate the two issues because I am very much pro get rid of handshakes and also anti
I'm pro
Juwan Howard
sportsmanship.
Behavior. Yeah, you are pro
And my
sportsmanship.
friend Randy texted in this. The definition of sportsmanship is as follows: fairness and generous behavior or treatment of others, especially in a sports contest. My man Doug chimed in. He said, thank you for the text, Doug.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. I can't read it, though, but I appreciate it. Another one, Bo Schembechler would have fired his ass this morning. I agree. Bo probably would have fired him this morning, but I will also say Bo's got a pretty checkered past as well that has been dug up if you haven't paid any attention by Mr. Robert Anderson.
But I think you made a good point too, John, is it's hard to hold comparatively to
like,
old times.
Old
too.
times and today it's amazing how much we have changed. And again, it's hard to bring those things up. I love Fat Elvis. You know what he said? Thank you, Johnny. You freaking nailed it. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you, Fat Elvis. And another one is basically what kind of example is Juwan Howard sending to our young athletes with his actions? And that's where I'm at.
But it's unfair to put that on Juwan Howard too. If you're talking about young athletes across America.
No, he's talking about the young
just
athletes
Michigan
at the University
athletes.
of Michigan.
Okay,
yes.
well, that's fair.
They're
then.
paid seven figures to mold these young athletes. And, it's a constant, turnover. And you got young athletes coming in after young athletes coming in. And by the way, if you're Michigan's athletic director, how many parents out there are thinking to yourself, maybe you were thinking about Michigan. Maybe you wanted to go play basketball there and you're a super 5-star. If you're a parent, are you thinking to yourself maybe today, dude, I don't know.
Well, you could spin that into a positive too, though.
Oh, God. How are you going to spin this into a positive?
Well, you don't think you could say if he feels justified in his attack of this guy.
Hold on. The fact that he feels justified is where
problem.
I think he almost is going to end up. Like, if he came out and fell on the sword of, my emotions got the best of me.
Maybe he will today,
am
too.
Sorry.
He might today.
But he has done nothing but try and justify his actions. And I cannot
in a post-game
justify
press
his actions.
conference.
Again, hold on.
Right after the game. So maybe give him 24 hours. Like Penny
Are
got
you
24 hours to cool
Juwan
down.
Howard's agent? I don't know about
No,
it.
I'm just offering the counter perspective.
You know what people right now think? You're a crazy person.
But you know what I mean is Penny got 24 hours after he blew up at Calkins in the post-game
Dude,
press
he didn't
conference.
slap him.
He did not slap him. But I'm just
Penny Howard. You know what?
I'm giving him time to
Sticks
maybe.
and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me.
Have
you ever heard that?
I have heard that. That's a great adage. I'm giving him time to fall on the sword today.
You're gonna give him. I'll tell you one thing.
24-hour rule.
If I'm his agent, I'm calling up, going, shut up, apologize, fall on the sword of emotion, lay on that grenade, and say, I'm sorry. My emotions got the best of me.
And Juwan Howard, by all indications, is
Not
also a great basketball coach.
justification.
He's all good. He's a good basketball coach too.
Isn't
that something?
Yeah, but they were a lot better last year. Yeah.
But that's you win games some seasons, you lose games some seasons. He's still a good basketball coach.
Yes, he is. And the other thing is, again, I'm not calling for this man to be fired.
You just want him to be suspended a couple games for the rest of the year. You said.
I would say I'm very comfortable with. I mean, it's not like they're going anywhere anyway, but that's not the point.
They still got the league tournament, John.
Okay. Yes, you are so insane this morning.
I'm just giving you facts here.
That's true. That is a fact. But my point is, Juwan Howard, and by the way, suspending him, giving a big fine or whatever, it isn't like it's going to hurt him. He made $100 million playing in the NBA. And now he's making bank coaching Michigan. So, I mean, I can see a pretty, hefty fine. And I would say suspend him the rest of the season, but I'm not saying you have to fire him. But I will say, I believe Michigan's athletic director is thinking about firing him. Do you see how ticked off he was?
Why? How? Explain.
Go
on.
He just
expand on that. That's what Larry King would say.
He basically came out there and just blasted. He said, "Here it is." Michigan's athletic director comes out and says, "There is no excuse for any of our staff or student athletes to get into a physical altercation. Period." And he's like, and he just didn't want to discuss it. He was hot, and I can understand why. Again, it's Michigan. I don't know, just
the maize and blue.
It's just, I'm in shock. Dadgummit, you had me talking about this the whole time. I never got to the leadoff, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't.
Your fault. You know why?
Why?
Because you kept going back and forth with me.
That's all right.
I'm going to blame it on you.
Can I throw it to break, or are you going to read something first?
Why don't you? You can throw it to break in just a second, but I want to remind you, you know what we're doing on the other side, don't you?
Talking about President's Day.
Is it President's Day?
John, it's President's Day.
Dadgummit, I knew that because kids aren't in school.
And it's a bank holiday. My father works at a bank. He's not working today. It's also my friend Hunt's birthday. Happy birthday, Hunt.
Happy birthday, Hunt.
He's probably not listening. But regardless, it's President's Day.
Oh, thanks a lot. Throw out a birthday shout out for some dude who doesn't even listen to my show.
Well, he'll listen on demand, you see, but he's probably not listening live. He's working, man.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Yeah.
You're finding excuses for everybody.
Well,
not
I just
listen
love
to me.
Well, that's right.
Excuses
that's
for get rid of the handshake line.
I'm the excuse machine.
Man, I'll tell you one thing though. We're talking Tigers, and you're gonna have to find a whole lot of excuses. And Terry Davis, good luck coming up with them because the Tigers looked bad yesterday. They got destroyed by SMU. And did you see Kendrick Davis show out?
Great game.
Showing out.
27 piece.
Dude was just hitting buckets from all over the place. And that one that was contested, I can't remember who was on him. I thought it was Lawson, maybe Keona. Somebody was on him.
Someone with long arms.
It was Lawson because he played the best defense, and he goes up, and my man shoots it over his head. It was like a super rainbow from way back deep. I was like, oh, yeah, this one's toast. But we're talking Tigers with Terry Davis on the other side. I have to remind you of one thing. If you want to be styling and profiling, go to Frontier Western. Frontier Western store down in Olive Branch. They're at 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, by the way. They have the largest boot showroom. You know what else they got? Jeans, baby! They got shorts, they got shirts, they got all kinds of apparel. And they don't just have it for men or women or just kids. They got it for your whole family. You looking for something for your grandparents? They got you covered. Your kids, they got you. Your brother, your sister, your significant other. Frontier Western store. They're family owned and operated since 1967. Plus, you can shop online 24/7, 365 at frontierwesternstore.com. Terry Davis on the other side. Talking Tigers, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane bring you Sports 56 Grind Time. Brought to you by Poultry Power. Weekdays from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, I'm Troy Fivesh, owner of Fivesh Roofing. Sunday, today and today only. And for the first 50 callers. These are things you will never hear me say in my ads. Because if you're honest, sincere, and knowledgeable, you don't need fast-talking, promising advertising to get someone's attention. Speaking of that, how do you think companies can offer huge rebates and giveaways when you use their services or products? By overcharging you in the first place. That's how. Fivesh Roofing doesn't operate that way. It's misleading and dishonest. When I provide a customer with the best products and the best service, and I do it for a fair price, why would I need gimmicks? Best products, best warranties, and the best service possible. That's all we offer. Well, that and financing. Fivesh Roofing, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fivesh Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fivesh Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you. The spring sales event is rocking and rolling at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Want 43 MPG Highway in these crazy times? We Gossett in 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage, $239 a month or $16,715. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, 27 MPG combined in an SUV, $349 a month or $26,010. Plus, redesigned 2022 Outlander. We Gossett at $398 a month. Not a lease, you own them. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online anytime at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months Mirage, NH001-803, MSRP 17465 Sport, NU003361, MSRP 27010, Outlander NZ053093, MSRP 29615. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22, dealer stock only.
If you're not regularly going to Central Barbecue, then you are being, I'll say it, un-Memphian.
That's not even a word.
I just made it a word. I'm drunk with power.
No, I think you just might be drunk.
Well, when this runs, that's entirely possible. But right now, I say completely soberly, if you don't eat the best barbecue in Memphis, then you're being un-Memphian.
Seriously, you can't just make up words.
I listen to your show every day. You make up words all the time.
Yeah, but not on purpose. We just get carried away. You're deliberately making one up.
Un-Memphian. Not going to Central Barbecue is like not cheering for the Tigers or the Grizzlies.
Un-Memphian.
See? Now you got it.
Right now is a great time to take advantage of Choate's winter specials by upgrading your furnace, switching to a Rinnai tankless water heater, or getting $50 off air duct cleaning. By now, you most likely have heard of the benefits of UV light technology for your HVAC system. Purchase any new Carrier furnace right now, and we will install one for you at no additional cost. For those who have not installed a tankless water heater yet, what are you waiting on? Stop wasting utilities heating water you do not use and getting frustrated taking cold showers or baths. Right now, when you purchase a Rinnai tankless water heater, Choates will install one premium toilet for free in your home. And Choates is offering $50 off its air duct cleaning services. Not only does this service get the years of dust out of your ducts, it also helps the indoor air quality you and your family breathe every day. All these specials qualify for 18 months, no interest financing with approved credit. So call 347-8086 to schedule your free estimate today. Turn to the experts with Choates and let our family serve your family.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only top golf swing suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. By the way, it's a President's Day out there in the world. Did you know that? Did you know it's President's Day?
I love President's Day.
It's President's Day. I'm so excited. It's President's Day. We got some fun president facts we're going to talk about. Plus, I don't know if you know this. This is crazy. In Hardwood today, we're going to talk about an Olympic skier who this is not a joke. The weather was so cold. In Beijing, is that where they're at?
Yes.
Look at this deadgum Olympic skills that I got. I'm on fire. The Winter Games. My man, this is not a joke. My man's penis froze. Have you ever heard of that?
Never heard of such a thing. I've heard of it freezing up, like you can't perform under pressure.
Yeah.
Not that I know from experience. I've heard other people that have gone through that,
I'm glad people open up about the most personal things with you at all times.
Exactly.
No, honestly, this is not a joke. He also said this wasn't the first time. First time it happened in a 2001 Finland race. So I'm going to talk about this story, but I don't know about you. I think I have to get some thermal undies if that ever happened to me once.
Yeah.
Or quit my sport.
Or chop it off.
Then you're going to go down a different avenue. You're going to get a letter. You know what I mean?
No, a T.
Yes, you will. By the way, what's the letter grade for the Tigers yesterday?
ABCDF. Let's ask Terry.
Oh, let's ask Terry Davis from the Tri-State Defender. He joins me every single Monday at this time. Terry Davis, how are you doing on this wet Monday?
Man, wet. It's nice, man, where I am.
Oh,
It's 18 degrees. No. No, it's actually nice up here now. It's up 60. It's up to 53 right now.
Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying life right now. How bad was it seeing that Tiger performance?
I kind of expected that. Like I told you last week, I didn't think they were going to win out, man. And when I saw George Bush on the sideline, I knew it was over.
Dude, they showed him a bunch, by the way. He was always looking like he was looking for something else to eat. And by the way, seeing him yesterday and then it being President's Day today, oh my gosh, that works out good. So, but I will say it didn't work out good for the Tigers. The thing that was weird to me, though, is but I know Alo had some foul issues, but he didn't foul out. But when you had like Landers and Duran and Lester was having a great game. He should have gotten some more shots up. I mean, down the stretch, he wasn't hitting them, but you know what I mean? Like it was just I thought it was a good performance from the starting five. I thought Dre had probably his worst game this year, but he still had 3 steals, made some big plays. But my goodness, whenever they hit the bench, it just seems like Dandridge was lost. I'm not going to say this about Hardaway. I mean, Lawson was great, but everybody else, Josh Minot wasn't playing good. Tyler Harris, I thought, had a very bad performance. Whenever he went to that bench, man, it seemed like the Tigers' play went south.
Yeah, that bench didn't show up or show out. But, when Alo got the 2 fouls early and they pushed him to the bench, and then it was just downhill from there. They tied it at 41 in the second half. But after that, it seemed like the starters just ran out of gas, man.
Man, and Kendrick,
the bench didn't put up none. The bench didn't put up no help.
No help at all. The bench did not help at all. I thought Chandler Lawson's defense was out of control. Outside of that, though, I thought the bench was just terrible, just terrible. But Kendrick Davis, you know how good he was.
Yeah,
he was scary yesterday.
And he didn't play the other game too. And I know it wasn't senior night, but they pretty much acted like it was senior night against Memphis this time.
Yeah, they did, and nobody could stop the little fella. He was making it rain from downtown all night long. It was kind of a scary thing to watch. But now I got to ask you. So everybody was talking about yesterday, Tiger fans. I was hanging out with some good ones. Went over and watched the game with a couple buddies, and man, you won't believe it. We're freaking out because we're thinking Wichita State's going to upset Houston. It goes into a double overtime. The Tigers had, a 7-point lead with like 3:50 to go. I'm like going, man, oh my goodness, can Houston lose? Can the Tigers win? Oh, it's going to be a perfect Sunday. And then Houston held on to win that game 76-74. And then the Tigers, they just fell apart, especially down that stretch in the second half. Was there anything that Penny could have done different?
No, because I think the tempo had already been set. When Alo got those 2 early fouls, he wasn't able to play the way he normally plays, and he changed the way he played. And when he's down there clicking, the offense is clicking, and everyone's clicking. And when he's not clicking and Tyler not clicking, it's just going to be just a long day.
Yeah, it was a long day for Tiger fans out there, but I got to ask you also this. So, again, we were on the first 4 in yesterday. I thought Houston was going to lose. Thought the Tigers were going to win. Where are they right now, and what do they have to do to get and try to get into there to get an automatic bid for the NCAA tournament?
If they win, if they have 4 games, they have 4 games left. They go 4-0. They'll win. They'll win out, no problem.
You think they're going to go 4-0?
Yeah.
Is it because they got 3 out of 4 games at home in the friendly confines, as I like to call them? Even though Houston's your last game, again, having Houston in your house on CBS at 11 a.m., that's going to be a huge game. Tiger fans are going to show up and show out. They also have Temple and Wichita State at home. I'm a little bit worried. That Wichita State team kind of showed me a little something yesterday. Memphis beat the brakes off of them earlier, and then going to South Florida should be an easy dub. So you're saying they're going 4-0?
Yeah, I did. Because like last week I figured I knew they were going to win all 3 of those tough road games. I thought they were going to lose the Houston game and come back and win the SMU game, but the Houston game was a bigger win. So if they win out these next 4 games, they'll get automatic lead, no problem, without having to win anything in that tournament.
All right, now speaking of basically just getting in, when you see something like, did you see anything yesterday that would give you a belief that somehow they can maybe slow down this turnovers? Because I'm telling you right now that the biggest problem with this team going forward, they're dead last in turnovers, period, in the league, and they're almost dead last in the country. They had 18 more yesterday. How can they clean this up by tournament time?
They had basically a lot of their turnovers come from trying to throw the ball inside. If the big guys handle the ball, or if they make better passes to the inside, their turnovers would be sliced in half. because Malcolm Dandridge had about 3. DeAndre used to have about 2 or 3. So usually
Harris
that's
had
where the
4
biggest problem come on.
yesterday. Man, he was just Harris was just off yesterday.
It was, and a lot of their turnovers, especially when the guards turn the balls over, leads to easy baskets. So they got about 25, 30 points off of just turnovers. Just about turnovers or bad turnovers that lead to other easy baskets, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. Now Tigers again, they're right now 15-9, 9-5 in the conference. Definitely would be love to see them win out. Want that automatic bid. And if you think they can get an automatic bid, I need to know truthfully, then how deep do you think this league is? How many American teams get in?
2 in a like they say in space, 2 in a possible.
2 in a possible?
Yeah, 2 in a possible.
2 in a possible.
The way SMU is playing, Memphis they have good numbers. If Memphis win out, they'll get in no problem. If SMU, they got another game with Houston. They win every game except the Houston game, or even if they win the Houston game, they're pretty much a guaranteed 3 teams going in.
That would be fascinating. I will be praying for it. Tigers got a little bit of work to do. Now, speaking of having a little bit of work to do, from the day it started when we first anointed him the next coming, I'm talking about Jalen Duren, to where he is right now. Has he not? Just watching him yesterday, even though they got their brains beat out, it wasn't because of his play.
Man, that guy has really put it on, because what he's doing now, not only he's murdering rims, he's also with that little fadeaway turnaround jumper, man. I love it, and he's not afraid of anybody. He'll go up and block a shot. I think he should be not only the freshman of the year in NCAA, but
defensive player.
And right, he's really, really good, because he affects the way they change it. He had about 3 or 4 blocks yesterday. He's like second in the nation in block shots. And, the guy's just unbelievable.
Yeah, he is absolutely unbelievable. By the way, not only is he unbelievable, and you talked about that little kind of like step back fadeaway, but he also, did you see that little hook shot he did, man? I don't even know where he pulled that joint out. I hadn't seen one of those in a long time, since I was watching like tapes from the 70s.
Yeah, even though the kid's only 18, but he plays with such maturity, and he has a great knowledge of the game. He's just going to win, whatever it takes to win for him.
And the other thing I was going to ask, he had played basically almost a perfect game. He did have 3 turnovers, but that'll happen. He had 4 blocks. He grabbed some boards. His free throw shooting, it's not a bad looking stroke. He was only 1 for 4 yesterday. If you want to nitpick at something, turnovers and free throw shooting is like basically right now what he needs to work on.
If he can contain some of those turnovers he does, and he can be more consistent at the line. Like you say, he has a really good stroke. He's just got to do the little things to make sure it goes in.
And it's weird, though, because he's only shooting 56.5% on the season. But every time I see him at the line, it doesn't look. It's not he doesn't look like he's up there choking it, scared to death like Ben Simmons by any means. But he doesn't look like he's choking the ball or aiming it. It just seems always to rattle out.
Yeah, just a little strong. You just take a little touch off of it and go from there.
All right, yesterday, what do you think? Dre's been very big for this Tigers team. What do you think? What did you think about his performance?
Yeah, he did well.
Oh, I think I'm losing Terry. I think somebody's sneaking in on.
What you say now?
I was going to ask you. Dre's been great for this team. He's been huge whenever he plays. It seems like this Tiger team wins. It seems like this Tiger team kind of goes as Dre goes. Yesterday, he didn't have his best by any means. I thought that his turnovers yesterday were pretty poor. He had some really embarrassing turnovers, to be honest with you, when he was coast to coast and didn't pass the ball out to Tyler Harris. I thought he had a couple poor decisions. But he always keeps fighting and he keeps working. But, man, 28% from the field yesterday. Dre just felt like he just didn't have it.
Yeah, his energy. When his energy is not there, it affects the other team. If he plays the way he played in Houston last Saturday, this team cannot be beat. He just didn't have the energy from the get-go.
Yeah, I thought that was just a little bit strange to see it out like that. Now, I got to talk about Chandler Lawson a little bit. Right now, who other than Jalen Duren, and I'm talking about somebody who can get out on somebody, move their feet, long arms, is he our best defender?
I think he's the head of the snake on the defensive side. And when he goes, he really helps him out. And then I think when Alo's heading up the press, then he's the head of the snake. It just depends on what situation they're in.
Do you think going down the stretch that you're going to see more times for Chandler Lawson? Because, like, man, if you could go back in time, I mean, I would definitely throw him all over Kendrick Davis basically all day long to try to just, stay in front of him. That Kendrick Davis was going banana sandwiches. Tyler Harris could not lock down Kendrick Davis at all. Shouldn't have been on him. But do you expect going down the stretch to see a lot more playing time in these last 4 games before they head into the conference tournament?
I think so. But the only thing with Chandler, because he's so unselfish, he'll rather go out there and defend and let everyone score. So when he's out there, you lose a scoring option. Even though he can score, he just chooses not to score.
He's that's the thing, though. I think that would actually kind of be good because, you want Jalen Duren attacking the rim, doing his thing. Dre's going to get up there and doing his thing. Lander, Lester, Alo, whenever they're in, there's always enough offense, it feels like. Now, I don't want Alo taking a ton of shots, but it feels like there's always enough offense. But, man, the length, the athleticism that Lawson brings, I like him. And plus, you know what? He doesn't turn the ball over.
No, he doesn't. He has good, really, really good hands and feet. And he has good anticipation, too, and he can also pass the ball. Unlike Malcolm, I wish Malcolm just work on his hands because he always makes bad turnovers in the paint, bad turnovers.
Man, speaking of that, I didn't want to get here too long, so it's the very end of it. I got to go here. Malcolm Dandridge, everybody's always rooting for him. He's always struggled with his health a little bit. He works hard and everything. He's a big body. He was awful yesterday. I mean, I don't ever want to see him inbounding a basketball. I don't want to see him passing the basketball. It just seemed like he was completely lost yesterday, and I can't believe he even played 9 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes, the pressure gets to you, man. It just gets to you. Maybe he just needs to, learn what lane he is and stay in that lane.
Learn that lane. Speaking of lane, what's Jaden Hardaway's lane?
He's just a filler. He does whatever needs to be done. He'll play defense and make a big shot. Do whatever needs to be done to win. He don't care.
Is he going to actually be a big part of the team next year, his senior year? Because, every single season he keeps improving. And at this rate, he's probably going to get some good playing time next year, right?
Yeah, he still will. Depends on, what the turnover is because we don't know if Lester's going to come back or not, or we just don't know. It just depends on what the makeup of the team is. But I know that the makeup will be different. I don't think they're going to go after all those 5 stars. They're going to go after a bunch of transfers and older guys.
Did you say he's not going to go after a bunch of 5 stars? Isn't that like what he's the best at? I mean, he's been luring the 5 stars in, but you think he's going to go a different route next year?
Yeah, because in this league, the goal is to win the league. In this league, the bunch of young guys can't come in. It takes so long for the young guys to catch up to the older guys. So I think he's going to go more heavy transfer than going with the number 1 recruiting class again. He probably won't have a top 20 recruiting class again. If he changes philosophy, I think he's going to go to the transfers and the transfer portal.
Is it just just kind of want to get a little bit maybe a little more age on him? Like just it's hard having 17 and 18-year-old. I know they're superstars, but is it that basically the reason?
No, I don't think that's the reason. I think because all the pressure, people want to win, right? But, people always want the stars. You can't have it both ways. The stars going to come in 18, 19 years old playing against 20 to 23-year-olds, and that just don't work on a regular basis if you're trying to win in this league.
Interesting. It's a great point. Terry Davis. Follow him at TerryD515. Terry, be blessed out there. Enjoy your life. Stay out of trouble. Don't get any fights now, okay?
Oh, no.
What are you
go over there, my brother?
I know that, man. What you working on these days?
Not much, man. I had a good time up in Cleveland for the All-Star game. Some good pitchers, man. Met a bunch of living legends, man. So it was really nice being just around some of the older NBA legends, man, the stars.
Man, tell me a little something real quick before I let you go. Was it a great experience? And have you ever seen that much basketball royalty in one place?
Yes, I did, because I was up here when Lorenzen came up here for his rookie game. They had the 50th anniversary team then. So then now they had the 75th anniversary team. And then I was younger then, so I didn't know how to, so I hung out with Iceman and Robert Parrish a lot. So it was really good talking to old basketball to the older guys, man. It was really cool.
Man, tell me what was the best part of the All-Star game for you?
I think All-Star Saturday night when all the stars and celebrities on front row and the way they had it set up, man, with Ja, even though they froze Ja out. But that was the best event, and seeing Desmond coming up here and competing. So it's looking good for the Memphis, the hometown.
Man, check out his work at the Tri-State Defender. Make sure you always follow him on @TerryD515 on the Twitter. And join us every single Monday at 11:30 as he brightens your day. Be blessed out there, TD.
All right, my brother. Talk to you next week.
That is Terry Davis. Enjoying the All-Star break, talking Tiger basketball, doing this, doing that. And he always joining me. I appreciate it so much. But I got to also tell you something out there. You know what, Jay?
What?
Do you need to sell your house?
Yes.
Got a place for you. 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. 901-406-1101. Jot it down. Grab you a pen or put it in your phone. I Buy Houses. Bill. Put that name in there. 901-406-1101. 901-406-1101. And don't forget the best part about it. It's any house. It's any area. As is. And it really is as simple as that. And it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. You need your cash fast? I got the man. My buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. 901-406-1101. Jay, why don't you throw it to break?
Let me do it at the end of the hour if that's all right.
Oh, yes, sir, you can. On the other side, me and Jay are going to be talking gibberish. We got some great Hardwood stories for you. And I got some NFL news. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
You have opinions?
The knowledge that I have matters.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Hey everybody, the go-to place to sell any vehicle for some crazy good money and get a check today is right here in Olive Branch at All-Star Chevrolet. And you don't have to buy one of All-Star's cars or trucks. Just bring it on, even if you owe money on it. But if you're ready to go car and truck shopping, this is where you want to be. All the Silverados are coming right here to Olive Branch. Ask for Kevin or Jeff and they'll show you all the new Chevys here and in the pipeline. Our All-Star friends have been spot on in getting all the best 21s and the 2022s. Seriously, they will go fast, so try to get here this week and pre-order what you want. 0-interest financing is available and your good credit deserves it. Just go to allstarautogroup.com and look at all the pre-owned and certified pre-owned Chevy Silverados, Tahoes, and Suburbans. Go big. Check out the brand new Stingray. But remember, it's not South Haven, not the Pike, not Collierville, or Mount Moriah. It's gotta be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Do you want a greener, more weed-free lawn? If you're like me, you can't stand the sight of dandelions, clover, or especially crabgrass. Hi, I'm Brandon Hawley, president of Lawn Solutions. We are your locally owned and operated weed control and fertilization company. We are also experts in disease and insect control on your lawn and landscape. Our uniformed technicians are full-time, year-round licensed and certified by the state of Tennessee. Lawn Solutions' personalized service is far more superior to that of national companies that promise but simply cannot deliver. We return phone calls, we keep appointments, and we want your business. What we will not do is bother you with endless phone calls or junk mail. Lawn Solutions will not sell you something your lawn doesn't need. If you're looking for a local lawn care company to kill your weeds and feed your grass, then Lawn Solutions is the finest. Call us at 867-5626. That's 867-5626. Or go online at lawnsolutionsinc.net. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for your business.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to use humor. But we don't want to insult your intelligence, so nothing too goofy. And we need to avoid any polarizing topics. Oh, and it has to be about how you can save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. You know what? Maybe humor is a bad idea. Yeah, it's never going to work. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Hey,
Hey, Jeff Allen, the Kia President's Day sales event is sure to make all your customers happy at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
We are ready to make you smile. Check it out. 2022 Kia Forte LXS, we got it covered at $199 per month. And a 2022 Kia Soul LX, $219 a month. Both $27.99 due at signing.
Plus 2022 Kia Sorento LX, $308 a month, $34.99 due at signing, and all 36-month leases. And they all come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
Ask for Jeff Allen, Gossett Kia South, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com. All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage, Forte, Indy 456, $841, MSRP $21,090, Soul N78, $23,215, MSRP $21,515, Sorento NG $104,027, MSRP $31,460. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF $695, must finance through KMF, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22, dealer stock only.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by Memphis's only Top Golf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio.
Happy President's Day.
Happy President's Day. Jay Morgan's in the house. Yesterday we saw a little George Bush, if you know what I'm saying. Everybody could see. Actually, we saw a lot of Bush on TV during the Tigers SMU game.
That's right. He goes to every game. Big SMU supporter.
Did not know that. Do they have to? Does he still have Secret Service people have to take care of him?
You think?
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know these
I don't
things.
know how
You're
it
the
works.
political guy.
Am I?
I think so.
I wanted to get political today a little bit. I mean, today's the day to get political. It's President's Day, John. You know?
You got the presidential factoids?
Well, today's the day. I love President's Day. Today's the day we celebrate America's presidential history by enjoying a great deal on mattresses.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, everywhere they have their President's Day sales on mattresses.
That's a great point. So
It's the best day for mattresses.
If you're going to get your sleep on, it's on President's Day?
President's Day is the day to do it. It used to be car buying, too, was big on President's Day. But, you know, supply chain shortage and such. There might actually be a supply chain shortage on mattresses, too, for all I know.
Oh,
you know, President's Day, John, used to be two different holidays.
It did?
It used to be President Lincoln's birthday and George Washington's birthday, but then they combined the two to make it a little bit easier. Kind of like how Woody Allen combined Valentine's Day and Take Your Daughter to Work Day.
I got to give you on that one. That was a really good joke right there.
Thank you, John.
By the way, speaking of jokes, the NFL, actually, I hate to say, they're being a bunch of jokes. The NFL scouting combine, you know, is set to begin next week in Indianapolis. Did you hear what happened?
No.
The NFL sent out a memo last week, and they sent out to the prospects, their agents, and it outlined a whole bunch of rules for the combine, including a bubble. That's right, to keep the prospects. If they do the bubble for the combine, the underwear Olympics is what I like to call it. If they do this, well, it's not going to work out well because guess what? They're saying to the prospects, you cannot interact with your personal trainers. You cannot interact with your own doctors, your own nutritionists, your agents while you're in Indianapolis. It's going to be a COVID bubble situation.
Bubble.
You see what I'm saying?
A bubble.
Whoa, here we go. Well, guess what? There's a little pushback. A group of agents who represent more than 150 of the 324 athletes who have been invited to Indianapolis have already come back and said, if you don't change these restrictions, if you don't let the agents come, if you don't let our nutritionists, our own doctors, and our own trainers be able to come to Indianapolis, guess what we're going to do?
Boycott.
Boycott! They're going to boycott them. You know why?
Because you can do the same thing on Pro Day.
I was getting ready to say, your own college has got Pro Day.
And just make that the center of it.
Yeah, that'll be your center of attention. And you know what you're going to do, NFL? You're going to lose viewership because the NFL Network, what else is anybody going to be watching? The Underwear Olympics.
Rich Eisen every
Doing
year
the
raises so much money for St. Jude. You're taking money away from children's hospitals if you do this, John.
Dude, you know what? That is the excellent point. Don't screw up the NFL Combine. Come on, NFL, wake up. Where are you, Roger? And by the way, also the NFL Players Association has issued a memo in support of the agents and in support of the players skipping the combine.
Wow.
Dude, you better – hey, NFL, do me a favor. Don't act like Juwan Howard. Don't try to justify. Just come out here and say, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. Bring whoever you want and your girlfriend. Come on to Indianapolis.
Check yourself
before you wreck yourself.
There, you got it, John.
My man right there. By the way, you know what else I got?
What?
Oh, I got a great idea for all you people out there who are, if it's wet and it's cold and you're sitting in the house and all you can think about was this beautiful weather, how you were playing golf this weekend, maybe you want to go get a little work on your swing, I've got the place. It doesn't matter if it rains because you're going to be indoors. That's right. You'll be at Erling Jensen Small Bites. Inside of Erling Jensen Small Bites, which is located at the DoubleTree in East Memphis at 5069 Sanderlin. Guess what you get? Not only amazing food, but they got golf simulation bays because that's the only place you can go to get Memphis's only Top Golf. They have Top Golf swing suites at Erling Jensen Small Bites. So you can get an amazing lunch. You can go play a ton of golf. This is fun for golfers and non-golfers alike, but check out this menu, Jay. So you could go over there today, right now, you can go over there.
It's open.
You can go eat this amazing food. Like, you want to be a little healthy, they got blackened seared salmon over risotto, drizzle of a little butter cream sauce and some seasoned vegetables. Or how about this bad boy? Creamy mac and cheese. It's got crispy chicken tenders on top. It's creamy white cheddar macaroni. Got a little garnish with some chives. Ooh wee, ooh wee. And what about, you like sandwiches, don't you?
Love them.
Shaved ribeye steak sandwich. Thinly shaved ribeye, cooked in sauteed onions with mushrooms, provolone cheese, bacon aioli, toasted on a brioche bun. Doesn't that sound great?
Delicious.
Oh, man.
I can't get over there fast enough.
Get over to
Where is it, John?
Erling Jensen Small Bites at 5069 Sanderlin. Head over there, get some great food, plus they're open for dinner. And again, book your suite for a lot of weekend fun. If you want to go to Memphis's only Top Golf swing suite at Erling Jensen Small Bites, you need to go ahead and call 901-58-SWING. Book your suite today for the weekend. But if you just want to stop in for lunch, play a little 30 minutes of golf, head on over there right now. You don't even need to call ahead. But if you want to, you can make your reservation at 901-58-SWING. That's 901-58-SWING. Erling Jensen Small Bites, Memphis's only Top Golf swing suite. Jay, take us to break.
All right, you ready, John? This is my announcer voice. You
Sounds
ready?
really good.
Okay, no, I'm not doing it yet. Okay. Don't get your caucus in a filibuster. Johnny Radio's President's Day Happy Hour Spectacular will be back right after this.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkham for Sunrise Chevy. Good news for new and used car and truck buyers. The Sunrise Chevy Ranch has a great selection of new and used cars and trucks, and Sunrise specializes in low monthly payments and secondary financing. At SunriseMemphis.com, you can select your vehicle, get your trade appraised, arrange financing and delivery. We'll deliver right to your doorstep, inspected and ready to go, no matter what your past credit. Sunrise wants to get you financed. Immediate financing with next to nothing down. Need body or service work? Bring it to Sunrise or schedule an appointment online. Find new roads to Sunrise Chevy, 385 in Houston, Levy, Collierville.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your heating system cleaned? How about a safety inspection? Right now, Conway Services is offering our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system for only $69. That's right, for only $69, we'll come out and perform our 16-point energy-saving Super Tune-Up on your heating system. We'll also include a complete safety inspection using our state-of-the-art camera system, making sure your heating system is safe to operate this winter. Plus, we'll run a carbon monoxide test on your heating system, all for only $69. You can have the peace of mind knowing your heating system is safe and ready for those cold winter nights. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. Call this week and we'll perform your heating system tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The spring sales event is rocking and rolling at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Want 43 MPG Highway in these crazy times? We Gossett in 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage, $239 a month or $16,715. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, 27 MPG combined in an SUV, $349 a month or $26,010. Plus, redesigned 2022 Outlander. We Gossett at $398 a month. Not a lease, you own them. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online anytime at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months Mirage, NH01803, MSRP 17465 Sport, NU03361, MSRP 27010, Outlander NZO 53093, MSRP 29615. Includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22, dealer stock only.
So you need to sell your house? I have the solution. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Any house, any area, as is. It's literally as simple as that. Just pick up your phone. Call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your house fast, call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house.
Hey, John.
Happy President's Day.
Happy President's Day, John.
It's a President's Day edition of Johnny Radio's Happy
Yeah,
Hour.
President's Day Spectacular. is what I
President's
called it.
Day Spectacular. We're getting rid of beds, right?
Yeah, well, great deals on mattresses.
Great deals on mattresses.
Yeah. Who's your favorite president, John?
My favorite president.
It's hard to pick. There's so many good ones.
My favorite president? That is actually, I've never really thought about that. I guess let's go with the OG, the original. Let's go with George.
That's what I was thinking, George Washington. I love George. He's my favorite. People don't know this about George Washington.
Wait a second, hold on.
He was really
There
rich.
was a dude who had last name Harding.
Warren G. Harding.
Dude, that's my favorite president. Warren G. Harding. It's a dope name right there.
Well, he just added G onto yours.
Just added G. Maybe his family. I just knocked off the G.
But people don't know about George Washington. He was actually really rich. You know, he had a ponytail. He grew hemp. He was basically...
Whoa. He grew hemp?
Yeah, he was basically Willie Nelson.
Did you know that George Washington, being Willie Nelson now, is my favorite president for sure?
Delaware River, take my mind.
So he grew some hemp for
Across
real?
the Delaware, yeah.
Man, what a good guy.
Right, George Washington grew hemp. Very rich, had a farm.
Rich man growing weed back in the day.
Yeah.
And was the first president. Okay, so Bill Clinton wasn't the first that had to go out there and be like, I did not inhale. Was he allowed to say that he inhaled?
I don't know. Oh, wait, it doesn't say anything about him consuming it, but he did grow hemp.
Oh, let's grow some marijuana, and you know what? Look
well,
at
it was
it.
hemp, John. You know, hemp has many uses, I think. I really don't know what hemp's uses are.
Dude, I can tell you what they are.
Give me one.
Have you ever been to my people over at Hemp 2.0?
I haven't, John. Tell me about it.
You need to shop at Hemp 2.0, by the way. It's very, very, very simple. Head on out to Houston Levee Road. Do you know where the big flag is, where Landers Fort is? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
It's right over there in that area.
Houston
so
Levee
let's
Poplar.
just saying you're headed east on Poplar. When you get to Houston Levee, take a right. Bing, bang, boom. The next light, turn left.
Hit a Ricky.
Hemp 2.0 is right there. 3670 South Houston Levee Road, and they have everything. All the stuff from back in the day from George Washington to all the things that we do today with the Delta 8s, the Delta 9s, the Delta 10s, THCO, VMP, HHC, and they got it all. They have flour, they have moon rocks, They have edibles, and if you don't know, edibles are my favorite. If you like them, make sure you head over there because they have the best. They also have over like 150 different products. They're a knowledgeable staff, so maybe you have arthritis issues, or maybe you're having sleepless nights, or maybe you just want to get a little uplifting feeling, if you know what I'm saying. Or you need a little bit of a little pick-me-up. They got a little pick-me-up too. They got it all. It's about health, wellness. It's about your lifestyle. Check out what hemp can do for you. They got CBD, CBGA, CBDA, all the things that they've been talking about with the CBDA and the CBGA about how it helps prevent the coronavirus from getting you. They got it. I'm telling you. Head on out there and see what hemp can do for you. And make sure you always go to what? ShopHemp20.com to check out all their wonderful products, from Hometown Heroes to Happy Fruit to Space Goodies. They got it all, plus the herb, and that's URB, but it's herb, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shop Hemp20 today. Mr. J, let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
To start off Hardwood today, Mr. J, go ahead and give me another President's Day little tidbit here, sir.
Well, John, I told you I wanted to get political today, okay?
Okay.
So I don't want people to get up in arms. You know, I know people don't generally like it when someone gets political, but I thought it was important that today I have an opinion of all days. It's President's Day, gosh darn it. John Howard Taft, President Taft, average president at best.
Big old fat guy, right?
Big fat guy. The Oval Office, was square before he got in office. Yeah. He is actually so fat he had Secret Service detail for both butt cheeks. But anyway, with Howard Taft tried to take down U.S. Steel, those proud steel workers. John, the only person that opposed Steelers more than Taft is Antonio Bryant. That one landed soft. I should have stopped after the Secret Service detail.
The Secret Service detail, that he had to have a Secret Service detail for both butt cheeks, is excellent.
Yeah.
By the way, it's a perfect segue for my story.
Is that right?
You know why?
Why?
We're not talking about butt cheeks. We're not talking about Secret Service. But somebody get me a doctor, and get me a doctor fast, because this is an injury that I've never heard about in my life. I do have to say this is the only type of injury I think you could learn about or hear about from the Winter Games. So, there's a guy named Remy Lindholm, okay? Lindholm. Remy
You said his name
Lindholm.
differently.
Yes,
three times now.
Yes, because I can't get it right.
Lindenholm.
It's Lindholm.
Lindholm.
Remy Lindholm. Yeah, anyway.
There we go.
It's just
Remy.
Just think of Remy Martin. We're just going to call him Remy.
Remy Ma.
He could use the little Remy Martin at this time to kind of warm him up. But my man, let me tell you, so the weather was so bad over in Beijing. There's this thing. Do you know what the event called the 50K mass start is? It's the men's 50K mass start event. That's what it's called.
Oh, is that right? Oh, so it's a 50K
It's got
a 50K mass start event.
Yes.
And just to describe what that is a little bit, it's the 50K mass start event.
Okay, so what it is, instead of skiing down a hill, you're one of those dudes, and you have those, those poles.
The cross-country skiing.
Yeah, they're cross-country skiing, and you're going 50 meters, and everybody's just right there, and they're like all taking off, okay?
And your heels come off the skis there.
They do. It looks like you're almost running on them. But This is the problem. The weather was so bad that they shortened the 50K because they were worried that the athletes could get frostbite. So
how many Ks was it?
They lowered it to a 30K.
30K.
My man,
which is,
again, he said this was the craziest cold weather he's ever been in. And the people of the race said, well, we're going to shorten it. Speaking of it getting short, my man Remy
probably had some testicles ascend. Not descend. Ascend.
Yes, they were ascending for sure.
Yeah, it happens in cold weather, though.
But my homie, guess what happened to him?
What?
He finished 28th, but that's not very good, is it?
No.
But he has the best story ever coming out of the Olympics, but I don't ever want it to happen to me. He had his literal junk frozen.
Frozen Peter.
He said the pain was unbearable. He said it was legitimately frozen. We're talking about his manhood.
I always think that about, the downhill skiers. The clothes they wear is, paper-thin spandex.
Well, they
Right?
aren't. Yeah, they're very thin, and these are very thin too. Obviously, let me tell you something. You need heated undies.
You got to have something.
You can't go
Put
out
some
there
padding
and let
on these people.
And this guy, by the way, this is the worst part about it.
Wear a cup.
Do you know what the worst part about this is?
What, John? Cups get sweaty.
This isn't the first time that Mr. Remy had this happen to him. He said that this terrifying and horrific experience actually first happened to me in a race in Finland back in 2021. I think I would quit my sport if it happened once. If it happens twice, it's OV, dog. I'm done.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I don't want my penis to freeze again.
Nobody
John,
wants
do you
that.
think that a large penis or a small penis is more likely to freeze in cold weather? Small. It's got to be small. I don't want to cast any dispersions on Remy.
It's
Where's
less,
Remy from?
It's less. You know what? These are great
I'll look it
Google
up.
questions.
I'll look it up.
I don't know where he's from. I do know where he was. He got it frozen in Finland and frozen in Beijing.
Remy is from Finland.
Finland.
And if I know one thing about the Finnish,
they're definitely going to finish their race even if they have their junk frozen.
I was thinking it was more about the size of their extremities. If I know one thing about the Finnish, it's that they have small, not to cast any dispersions on any Finnish listeners we have. I love the Finnish.
I love it. I
love Finland.
Everybody.
What is a place? Have you ever been to Finland, John?
No, sir.
Never been to Finland.
No, sir.
Trying to look at something nice they have in Finland. I can't find any nice Finnish places to go or anything.
Really?
I can't find
It's
anything
cold,
about Finland.
man.
It's cold in Finland.
It's cold. I mean, it's not I don't think it's a destination spot. Maybe I'm wrong though.
No, it's not.
Let me know
You're
at
right.
901-360-8255. What can you do in Finland?
Yeah, what can you in Finland?
By the way, who do you remember DK Metcalf?
I do. He went to Ole Miss.
Went to
Hottie-
Ole Miss.
Hottie toddy.
Do you know who the home of the Ole Miss network is? Do you
That's
know?
us here.
Oh yeah, that's us right here. That's right. That's right. We got all your coverage for Ole Miss. But DK Metcalf, he now plays in Seattle. He's a pretty big guy. Did you see him running last year? He's a very, very fast dude, right?
Yeah. He chased down the interception that one game. Remember when he chased the meme,
yes.
the famous meme there? I forget who that was against.
The
Arctic Circle is in Finland. Part of the Arctic Circle.
Oh, you can go see like the Northern Lights.
Yeah, there you go, the Northern Lights, the polar night.
Dude, I wonder do you think they have Cubensis over in Finland to watch the Northern Lights?
Maybe.
That'd be interesting.
That would be. Don't let your penis freeze, though.
Yeah,
Anyway, John,
no
you were
kidding.
talking about DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf came out and said that he knows right now. He made a claim saying that he's faster. He's the fastest man in the NFL, and he's faster than Tyreek Hill. And he said, I want to race him. I got no problem racing him. And by the way, let's remember, DK did run a 4.340.
I was about to say, I'll take that bet.
He ran a 4.3340. Hill, though, at the compound, ran a 4.29.
But DK was bulking up during the combine, remember? Now that he's got a little more limber, maybe,
I would say one thing. I'd definitely watch that race.
Me too.
So who you got, DK or you got Tyreek?
I'll take DK.
You got the cheetah. You're going against the cheetah.
Yeah. What animal would DK Metcalf be? A rhinoceros?
No.
Rhinoceros would make a great running back, John.
No.
Okay, what would be the best running back animal in the NFL? A rhinoceros.
I would
Or a
say
hippopotamus. Oh, a hippopotamus would run down offensive or defensive linemen.
I would say DK is more like, I would say a jaguar.
So a jaguar versus a cheetah.
Dude, he's fat. Jaguars are fast as all get out.
Right.
Jaguars are big. Aren't they? Are they bigger than cheetahs? Aren't they?
I believe so. Let's just look up who.
I think they're bigger. That's why I was trying to go with a bigger cat. I think he'd be. I like that.
Yeah, jaguar and a cheetah. Although neither of them would make good wide receivers. They don't have opposable thumbs.
That's a great point.
It's
a great point.
I try to make them.
Now, so a lot of great things in the world.
John, I have more
Oh, no.
presidential information if you want it.
Give it to me real quick.
John, I was poo-pooing Howard Taft a minute ago. I really think Howard Taft committed murder as president. Here's why, John. His vice president was James S. Sherman. They called him Sonny Jim, who mysteriously died in 1912 of something called Bright's disease. Now, I don't know about you, John. Bright's disease sounds a little bit made up to me. I don't know what you think about Bright's disease. And I think it was Taft was drunk with power and murdered his vice president. Because as we all know, John, Taft did not appoint another vice president after the death of Sonny Jim. So notoriously butted heads on tariff policy, which we don't need to get into tariff policy of the 1912s. But Sherman was the first VP to fly on a plane, John, and the first to throw out a first pitch. And I think Taft was green with envy and murdered his vice president.
Dude,
so
he
I'm
threw
not
out
here
the-
for Howard Taft's
He threw out the
presidency.
very first pitch from president.
Vice president. Sonny Jim did. Jimmy Sherman.
Wow. Wow. And wow.
Jimmy Sherman, also a character in Seinfeld. He owns a watch restoration shop.
All right, you ready for a little NFL news?
Yes, John.
Got some weird NFL news for you. Do you want to know how much a pro football water boy makes?
Peanuts.
Nope. They are one of the lowest paying jobs in the National Football League. However, their salaries are $53,000 a year. Did you know that the water boy made $53K? And how do you feel about yourself now after finding out?
I think I should have a raise. Someone texts in, John, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm assuming they would say that would make a good running back. I don't think it would make a good running back. I think it's too top heavy. I think you take the legs out, sweep the legs,
A
sort of deal.
Velociraptor would be a good running back.
Oh, yes.
I saw that. What's that show?
Land Before Time.
Is it Land Before Time? No.
Jurassic Park.
Thank you. What is a Land Before Time?
It's a cartoon dinosaur. It's for kids. It's where all the dinosaurs get along, and they're all omnivorous.
Oh,
No, herbivores.
Oh, that's sweet.
Omnivores is everything. Omni.
Did you know that Logan Paul is threatening Floyd Mayweather about calling the FBI on him?
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Do you know why?
No, because he called the FBI on him.
No, he's threatening.
Oh, okay.
He's threatening. He said...
Because he won't pay him his money.
Yes. Can you
Yeah.
believe that?
Yeah.
He came out and said he signed the he said, I signed a contract. I have a contract. I still haven't got my money. Yada 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 yada. And then Floyd Mayweather comes back and says he signed the fattest contract. It's going to be his biggest payday ever. When he gets his funds, it's going to be the most money he's ever made for doing one thing. Blah 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 blah. But see, this is why he can call the FBI, because it seems like the money that was supposed to go to Logan Paul, so all the proceeds from the pay-per-view went directly to him, and he was supposed to divvy him up. Well, he put him back into one of his businesses, and...
Lost it.
No, it's not lost. He's just got to wait a little bit of time to, get the funds back out.
Right.
So if you're Logan Paul, are you being cool today? I mean, it's been a while since they fought. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure
it has
he's
been.
getting a little agitated.
It was like
he wants his
August.
money, man. He just got ripped off for the Pokemon. Remember, Logan Paul's so dumb. He paid $3 million for a fake Pokemon set.
Right.
So he needs that cash because he's just blowing it on stupid things.
Yes.
So I don't know. Are you if you're Logan, are you FBIing it? Because I think that'd be a bad look calling in the feds and you're a YouTube star.
Right. You don't want them to look at your books either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They'll get all up in your business. I think he's going to have to just back up. He's going to have to wait for Floyd. Now, do you trust him that Floyd will ever pay?
No. I don't.
That was a pretty quick one. So
Do you think Floyd would pay?
I think eventually.
I think Floyd saw an excellent opportunity to put
Get over on this
put
guy?
this gentleman in his place. Because he was a little bit too eager to get into business with Floyd Money Mayweather. And, John, I don't know how you get nicknames, but it seems to me that you don't get the nickname Money unless that is something important in your life. And it doesn't seem like he's willing to part with it very much. Unless he's blowing it on fun things for himself.
All right.
Like cars
so-
and women.
Good point.
And homes. And women.
And
cars.
He also has to carry that $1 million around everywhere he goes.
Right.
Like he always has that cash on hand.
His
too.
briefcase, yeah.
So, because he
That's
never
right.
knows when he wants to just go throw $1 million bet down.
That's right.
So
on himself.
Yeah.
To win in the 6th round.
Do you want to hear something weird?
Yes.
Did you know that The Rock
owns
the XFL?
I did.
How
know
did
that.
you know that?
I remember when he bought it.
Dude, were you a wrestling fan?
No, The Rock. First of all, I'm a huge The Rock fan.
Are you a
wrestling
big
fan.
Georgia fan?
He's an excellent actor.
Oh,
you
yeah.
see,
That's
he's
right, he does
a
act.
thespian.
Okay, well, hold on.
of
Tell me
sorts.
one movie that he's in that's good. I've
Well,
never seen a Rock movie.
The Fast and the Furious.
He's in that?
He's in plenty of them. He's
I
not in
saw-
the first 5. Or Fast 5 is his first one. And he was... So the great thing about Fast and Furious, John, this gets me excited, is the way they do it is they integrate these actors. So like The Rock is the villain, and then in the next one, he's a good guy. And then there's a new villain. I think Jason Statham was the next villain. And the next one, he's a good guy. Now, The Rock and Jason Statham have their own franchise in the Fast and Furious called Hobbs and Shaw. Have you seen the Hobbs and Shaw?
No.
Haven't seen the Hobbs and Shaw.
No, I did.
Well, The Rock is Hobbs, and Jason Statham is Shaw, and they kick ass.
Well, this is weird. The The Rock actually is now kind of teaming up with the NFL. They're collaborating.
Bridging the gap. Former CFL
Or
player,
you
The
can
Rock.
look at it like this. They say, like, this is a good look for The Rock's XFL.
Right.
Because, like, anytime you're doing anything with the NFL, it kind of looks good on you. Like, hey, maybe I should check out this product. The NFL's paying attention to them. Truthfully, you know what the NFL's doing?
Taking their money.
No, they're going to treat them like guinea pigs. So what's going on? They're collaborating with rules changes.
Like lab mice.
Yeah, they're basically making them guinea pigs because they're supposedly partnering up to help bring positive change and support football for our future by enhancing its basically safety protocols like physical and mental programs for players and yada yada yada. So they're going to bring their opinions to the XFL and basically say, try this out and we'll let you give us a little, we'll give a little pub for you. Do you think it's going to work? Do you like it? Do you care even about the XFL?
I love everything The Rock does, John, so I'm pro Rock.
Well,
pro DJ. You know his friends call him DJ. Isn't that odd?
No, I did not know his friends call him DJ.
Isn't that odd?
Why do they call him DJ?
I don't know, but I remember he had the show. It might still be on the Titan games. Remember the Titan games on NBC, John?
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
No.
Okay. Well, the Titan games on NBC paired a professional athlete against an amateur athlete, and they had to complete this obstacle course. And whenever they would go to, and The Rock was the host, and whenever they would go talk to him, they would call him DJ. Hey, DJ. And I found it was weird.
I think it is a little weird, but
He's
it's
The Rock.
okay. Did you know that Brian Flores got a job?
Yes, he's the linebackers coach for the Steelers.
Steelers,
right?
yes.
You know who
Coach
else got
Tomlin?
a job as a linebackers coach this weekend?
No.
Chuck Strong.
Oh man.
At the U.
That's right.
At Miami. He's now the
Miami.
linebacker. Is the U back, John?
No, the U is not back yet.
Are they
But
on the
Mario
road to
Cristobal-
being back?
They're on the road. But
And the
we've been-
ACC's bad.
I feel like that we've been saying that for a while with the U, so I think we should wait a little bit.
But it's a new coach, you see.
Mario Cristobal's giving a little hope, right?
And they got TVD.
But if the ACC can't be good in basketball, how are they ever going to be good in football?
Maybe that's like University of Memphis, the tide shifted there. You know what I mean? Maybe it's the same thing happening in the ACC.
Oh, we'll see.
How about that?
Oh, my goodness. We'll see. We'll find out. But, yeah, man, he's suing the NFL. You've definitely heard that, and 3 other teams. So it's kind of interesting. He's got a job in the NFL. I'm glad he got his job. And he is going to be with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Did you see also that he shifted the lawsuit? He changed the lawsuit.
No, I did not.
When the Texans hired Lovie Smith, he decided to include the Texans in the lawsuit, saying that they violated rules not hiring him.
Interesting.
Which seems to me that the sentiment of the lawsuit changed for, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah. Do you know Quentin Aaron? Have you ever seen The Blind Side?
Yes.
Man, you remember who he played, right?
Michael Oher.
Man, good job, Michael Oher, yes. Who also played where?
At Briarcrest.
And?
The University of Ole Miss.
Good job, Ole Miss. That's my good buddy right there. Well, he was the actor. Quentin Aaron played Michael Oher.
Big Mike.
Dude, he couldn't play him anymore.
He's little Mike.
He's dropped 100 pounds. Yes, and you know how he did it?
Diet and exercise.
Actually, he
liposuction.
He said, he basically said, this is so crazy. I want you to hear this.
Drugs.
So here's how he started his morning. He said he would eat 2 jumbo-sized Kit Kats, 2 Reese's packs, and then he said he would go out for breakfast.
Wait, this is what he did to lose weight.
No. This is what he did in the morning before he went on 100 pound. He transformed his life. Okay. He said whenever he woke up, he said he started every morning out with 2 jumbo Kit Kats and 2 jumbo Reese packs.
Right.
Then he said he would go out to eat breakfast.
Right.
Then he said he would go out to eat again. And he said he always had chocolate dessert after every meal because he loves chocolate.
Who doesn't?
And whenever he went to a place, he always ordered 2 sandwiches, 2 entrees, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was always 2. He never got 1. So basically, you know what he said? He wanted to change his life. He cut out Kit Kats and Reese's for breakfast, and he says he only orders 1 entree and 1 sandwich. And by doing that, he dropped 100 pounds.
Wow.
Does that make a lot of sense?
Yes.
Sure does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you imagine eating 2 Kit Kats? 2 Kit Kats, like basically right when you get out of bed, and a couple Reese's packs?
Maybe I should do some research.
I don't think I could handle that in the morning.
Hands-on
Can you eat in
research.
the morning?
I eat breakfast every morning.
You do?
Oh, I would be the most depressing person. I would be the angriest, most depressing person to be around during the course of your show if I did not eat in the morning.
I do not eat until after the show, ever.
That's wild.
I don't eat
different strokes, though, for different folks, as they say.
You know what? I heard a term for it, so I'm going to use it.
Intermittent fasting.
Yes. I'm not really doing it intermittent
But you could
fasting.
theoretically do intermittent fasting any time of day. So, like, I could eat breakfast and lunch and tide myself over through the night dinner to the next morning breakfast. That's also intermittent fasting. I don't do that, but I could.
But by the way, do you know the main reason that I don't eat in the morning, though?
Because you have to come here in a timely manner.
Yes, because at 11 a.m.
Because we have to have our 8 a.m. show meeting.
I don't have time to go to Central Barbecue before the dead gum day starts, and I'm starting my day off right. Smoke is their sauce. The best barbecue in the world is in Memphis, Tennessee, and the best barbecue all Memphians say, in my opinion at least, is at Central Barbecue. 4 great locations downtown Central Summer. The new one out here on Poplar. Central Barbecue, from the ribs, the pork shoulder. Oh, my goodness, the turnip greens, mac and cheese, barbecue beans, wings, sausage, cheese plate. And I had a really nice Saturday. You know what I got for dinner? Called up to Central Barbecue. Said, I want the curbside service. They said, we got you. Went up there. I ordered a pound of pulled chicken, pound of pulled pork, a big old tub of mac and cheese, some coleslaw, some buns. Oh, my goodness. It was a nice, easy night. Why don't you check out Central Barbecue's 4 great locations, or go to eatcbq.com, and you can even ship that barbecue anywhere in the world. We'll be back with a little NFL news, some NBA All-Star, a little looking back over All-Star weekend. We can also talk about the Tigers' trash performance and what they have to do going forward. And you can hit me at 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone, with what your opinion is on, of course, what we talked about in the first segment, Juwan Howard and Michigan and Wisconsin yesterday.
And what animal would make the best running back?
Don't forget, what animal makes the best running back? Period. This is Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends, presented by Homer Skelton Hyundai. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Folks are falling head over heels for these wheels and deals. Colin Johnston here from DeSoto Auto Sales, and it's the season of love. I'm on a mission to help you meet your match. So if you've fallen out of love with your old ride, or other dealers have left you brokenhearted, we've got a solution for every situation. Low monthly payments? No problem. Low down payments? You could drive for just a couple bucks down. Trade-ins? We're paying way more than it's worth. And you could even lower your monthly payment in the process. My For the People credit approval process hooks you up with the banks and lenders who want to approve you. It's time to fall in love, Memphis, when you drive a nicer, newer car for less. I'm Colin Johnston, and I'm your dealer. For the People. See all the wheels and deals at DeSotoAutoSales.com. That's DeSotoAutoSales.com. Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Vehicle purchase price determines actual trade allowance. For example, 2014 Ford Fusion 0 down, $264 per month payment at 5.5 APR for 72 months. Offer absolutely ends February 28th, 2022.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to use humor. But we don't want to insult your intelligence, so nothing too goofy. And we need to avoid any polarizing topics. Oh, and it has to be about how you can save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. You know what? Maybe humor is a bad idea. Yeah, it's never going to work. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Visit Frontier Western Store today for new shirts, boots, and more. Frontier continues to add new items in their women's boutique. Flare jeans and pants are in, and Frontier is fully stocked. There are daily arrivals with thousands of on-trend tops as well, all at amazing prices. And guys, Frontier's your #1 Carhartt store. No one has a larger selection of everyday fits and workwear by Carhartt. Wrangler and Area clothing available too. Have you seen Frontier's remodeled and expanded world-famous boots showroom? Now there are even more dress and work boots in stock. There are over 1,000 pair of Area boots and thousands more by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, and Twisted X. Frontier recently added Hey Dude shoes with lots more on the way. As if the selection isn't reason enough, Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores. So when you're ready for your next pair, you know just the local shop to visit. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
President's Day edition of Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house, and you're probably in the house with your kids because your kids aren't in school today. Banks are closed. Hopefully you got enough money out to last through the weekend.
That's right.
You got
well,
the old
ATMs
plastic.
are open, though.
You know what?
That's
my
right.
My ATM was closed down all week, and I was
What?
kind of furious. Yeah,
But there's other ones, John.
no, yeah, I couldn't. No, I couldn't use my card. I didn't need it actually. It's not. It wasn't really a big deal. I'm just complaining to
No,
complain.
I get it.
I'm just acting like I guess Dewan Howard this morning. Except for I didn't slap you, have I?
Not yet.
Not yet.
John, I've got more President's Day facts.
All right. Well, what do we got? So
Well-
on President's Day, we have already learned today that Taft
Is a quack.
Is a quack.
And he might have murdered his vice president.
may have murdered VP. We also learned that he had to have a Secret Service
For both butt cheeks.
For both butt
Secret
cheeks.
Service detail. And the Oval Office was square when he was inaugurated into office.
Yep, and then next
And then
thing
it
you
was
know,
oval.
yeah, we wonder how that
Ovular.
happened.
Well, John, in the interest of fairness, I already went after my man Howie Taft. I got to go after Woodrow Wilson. Don't get me started on Woodrow Wilson.
What kind of name is Woodrow?
Exactly. Guy's from New Jersey. He's painted as a Southerner. Maybe he's a Southerner to people in Vermont, John, but New Jersey's no Southerner if I have anything to say about it. And what's with the New Deal? John, there's a New Deal, and then there's a second New Deal. So there can't be two New Deals. One of them is new and one of them isn't. The very nature of something that is new is that you never experienced it before. It's being experienced for the first time. So there can't be a second New Deal. Maybe there's a New Deal and an old New Deal, but there can't be a second New Deal. But it also, in fairness to the New Deal, it established the SEC. Now, South Carolina and Arkansas joined the SEC in 1991, I believe. But the SEC was founded back then with the New Deal. The SEC and Social Security are the two things that stay to this day. And actually, the motto for both is they both mean more.
Wow.
How about that?
That is really good. It's President's Day. I hope everybody's enjoying their life out there. I'll tell you, I'll be enjoying some stuff in just a little bit. You know what I'm going to enjoy? Tito's Handmade Vodka. When life hands you lemons, just make a dead gum lemon drop. Just make sure it's with Tito's Handmade Vodka. And what better way to celebrate President's Day than getting off work and going making you a little drinky. You know what I'm saying? Find out your favorite president's favorite Tito's drink, and guess what? Have one. It's a vacation day, right? Like school's out. Do adults get off other than banking?
If you work for the government.
So government, banks, and kids and teachers.
But not mattress stores.
No, mattress stores, it's their busiest day. So, man, if you're working at a mattress store, when you get off work, you're definitely going to need some Tito's because it's going to be a rough, long day. But, man, I'm going to tell you again, Tito's Handmade Vodka is still down in Austin, Texas. Tito Beverage came up with an amazing recipe. He took 100% corn-based vodka. There's no wheat in it. It's naturally gluten-free. He decided that he's going to still his vodka, which is a rare thing on the vodka scene. And in him stealing it, it gave this a unique, amazing flavor, slightly sweet with a black pepper note. It balances everything out. Doesn't matter if you're crafting a cocktail or drinking it neat. Tito's has you covered. They've won unbelievable amount of awards. They got the #1 vodka tonic in the world. They're the gold medal winner of the dopest vodka on planet Earth. That's right. Tito's Handmade Vodka. Always remember, if life hands you lemons, Just make a lemon drop. And today is President's Day. Go out and celebrate by getting you some Tito's. Jay.
Hey, John.
Dude, I got some bad news.
What's that?
Dude, road rage is getting out of hand. Did you hear about this? West Virginia quarterback commit Raheem Jeter is now recovering from a gunshot wound he suffered over the weekend in a road rage incident. That's just like, dude, he's the number 35 quarterback next year, according to 247sports.com. They say he's a great young kid. He had offers. He committed to the Mountaineers, but he had offers from Georgia, Auburn, Kentucky, and several others. Well, this is not cool. He's got to undergo surgery. We're going to keep our thoughts and prayers about him. But there was just a sad event, and my man got shot. Now he's recovering. That's just I don't know even what to think about this. Stop shooting people. Have you seen the commercial? A gun you're just a boy with a toy.
That's right.
Come on, real men don't shoot people. I don't know, man. I saw that and it was pretty sad. But I did see some good news if you're an Auburn fan, because Auburn fan has not got good news at all this year. Is there anybody in Auburn who likes Brian Harsin?
No.
It feels that way. It really does. Does it not?
I mean, Gus got such a bad shake out of there. I know you don't like Gus, but it's just
I like
seems...
Gus is. I don't
I
like
love
Gus
Gus's.
Malzahn. Did you know they opened a new one out in Germantown? Just a little sidebar. I
Really?
drove by it the other day. I was like, what the heck?
They have Abner's in East Memphis now. You ever been to Abner's? It's a
Actually,
different chicken place.
yes. When I took Gabe and Anthony Sain's child, we went into Abner's. He goes to Abner's so much that the gentleman behind there knew exactly what he wanted. But he also came around the corner and asked Gabe if he knew who this man was.
Thought you had abducted him or something.
Thought maybe I had abducted old little Gabe.
You know, the original Abner's in Cordova, John, had
That's good looking out, though,
It
man.
is. No, it's very nice.
That's
Because he
seeing
knew who he
something,
was.
saying something.
Exactly. But, you know, the old Abner's, John, had a big portrait of Casey Clausen in there, the Iceman, as he's affectionately known.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, back to my Auburn point, because you got me off on a tangent.
Oh, I apologize.
Sorry about that, because we started talking about Gus Malzahn, and then we got the chicken, and then we got the Abner's. Wow. Auburn. Do you know that they say Tank Bigsby is absolutely destroying it? His offseason workouts, they say he's in the best shape of his life. He's going to be they have come out and claimed that he will be the best running back in the SEC. Is that, I mean, he might be the most talented.
Would he be better than a rhinoceros, though?
I don't think he'd be better than a rhinoceros.
Or a hippopotamus?
I definitely don't think a hippopotamus. No.
What would you take between a rhinoceros and a hippopotamus for running backs?
I would take a rhinoceros.
Because it has the horn.
It's got the horn, man.
And they're known runners. But hippos are huge, John.
By the way, you know
You're
what?
underestimating hippo sizes.
Time out. You know what? I think I might have to take a hippo for one reason. I've heard that hippos are really fast.
Oh, they can roll.
How fast is a hippo?
I'll look it up.
How fast is a rhino? How fast is a hippo? You figure that out, and then I'm going to make my decision, because just like the NFL,
Hippos can run 30 miles an hour. A rhinoceros can get up to 31 miles an hour, and that's a white male rhinoceros.
so about the same.
So about the same speed. One has a horn, but hippos just mass. Like, that's all muscle. That fat that you think is fat there, that's all muscle. Like 300 plus pounds of pure muscle.
Who weighs more?
I'll
Is
look
it a
it up.
hippo, obviously?
Oh, okay. So in mass, adult hippos can be 3,300 to 4,000 pounds. A white rhinoceros can get anywhere.
Uh-oh.
Nah, I lied. It doesn't say it off the top here.
Well, don't worry about it then.
Okay.
You get me the information that I need, and then I'll make my decision.
Good
Speaking
deal.
of needing information, the Underwear Olympics is supposed to start next week in Indianapolis. We might have a big boycott.
What is the Underwear Olympics again?
That is the NFL Combine,
That's
which is
right.
held next week. It's in Indianapolis, and every year, 300-plus guys. This year, there's 324 invited prospects. They go out there. They run around in their underwear. They throw balls. They do 40-yard dashes. They jump. They do they measure things. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about their hands, by the way, hands. So that, you know, it's a kind of a big deal, right? Maybe not. I think the NFL needed it, but the NFL sent out a memo last week to the draft prospects telling them that the concerns about the COVID-19 situation means that we're going to put a bubble in Indianapolis. We are not going to allow your doctor, your personal doctor, or your personal trainer, or nutritionist, or your agent to join you in Indy. You got to go in there, and you got to be in the bubble. And guess what? There's pushback. Bunch of agents, a group of agents who represent more than 150 of these players has pushed back and said, guess what? Not so fast, my friend.
Oh, that's what Lee Corso says.
Not so fast, my friend. We are not coming. In fact, we will boycott this year's NFL Combine if you try to force us into bubble protocols, et cetera, et cetera. And guess now who came out and actually in support of them, came out yesterday in support? The NFL Players Association.
Wow.
They sent a memo out to the NFL saying they think this is antiquated. They don't understand why it still exists. Whoa. They're saying you can scout these kids' tapes. You can go to their pro day. You can get their measurements. You can do all their throwing. You can do all this. They don't need it.
You shouldn't be drafting based upon a day of skill, not even skill. I don't know what you would call it.
The Underwear Olympics is
the
what
Underwear
I call
Olympics.
it, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on now.
Yeah, you shouldn't be drafting based on that alone anyway. It's just I kind of see what they're saying. It's antiquated. It certainly is.
Well, I will say you one thing. I don't like it. I love the Underwear Olympics for some reason. I don't know if it's the underwear or if it's the fact that it's better than the Winter Games. I'm just kidding. It's not about the underwear, but you know what I mean. I'm a football junkie. I can't help myself.
Right.
When some dude goes out there and runs like a 4.29 or something like a little
excited.
CJ2K or a little Tyreek Hill action or a 4.33 like DK Metcalf,
right?
You get kind of pumped up. Or when you hear like some dude, bench press like something 40 times, you're like, damn. So I mean, I'm kind of in on it.
No, I get it.
So I think
it's also something to do for a whole day in the off season. Kind of
more
like
than one day.
Well, whatever, but kind of like National Signing Day. It was just like a day where you could have stuff going on all day. And it's stupid to follow it that closely, but it's something to watch during the day, John. I think the same can be said for the Combine. Just something to do for sports fans,
Well,
why is everyone wanting to poo-poo on our fun, NFL? Please.
Good question.
The league.
Good question. I think NFL, though, especially for Rich Eisen, who likes to raise money for the No Fun League, I know. But Rich Eisen, who's always at the Combine, does the 40, raises tons of money for St. Jude.
Yes.
NFL needs this also for their NFL network because it basically it's like a whole week event. Like right now, the NFL network is probably talking about the NFL Combine.
No.
Talking about which quarterback's going where.
No.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're playing a Football Life documentaries. Which are fine programs, by the way, John. NFL is well covered with the original programming with their NFL film series,
After the Tigers got their brains beat out by SMU 73-53 yesterday, really bad team, but like bad performance by the second unit. No offense, but about to offend you. Malcolm was awful yesterday. Tyler Harris couldn't throw a ball in the ocean.
A lot of people
were turning the ball over left and dead gum right.
That's right.
Josh Minot didn't have a good game.
A lot of people thought he still
bad.
should have played more, John. What do you think about that?
Who?
Josh Minot.
I mean, a lot of people do think he should have played more, but I'll tell you one thing.
Do you think he should have played more?
No, I think that I wouldn't have been able to take my starting five off the dead gum court because every time the second unit came in, they were trash. Now, I understand what you had to do with A-Lo. I understand about the foul trouble. But, hey, when he got that fourth, he never got that fifth. Now, did he?
I think it's a good lesson for him going into the future because they're going to –
No stupid fouls?
They're going to continue to press, and I think he understands at this point his importance to being on the floor. He's not going to pick up fouls like that in the future, I don't think. I think that was a good lesson game for him. But we got to quit turning the ball over 20 times a game. You're not going to win games doing that. No. And it's every game, John, they either turn the ball over 20 times or they get murdered on the offensive glass.
Which doesn't make any sense.
And if you do one of those every other night, you're gonna get beat.
The fact that the Tigers only had 14 offensive rebound and SMU, who, by the way, is
murdered them on the point.
Small team. Like, they are small.
6'5".
Like, my man, what is it, Mayweather, whatever. Who's that? Who is their big guy? Marcus Weathers?
Marcus Weathers and his brother Michael Weathers, they combined for 17 of their 37 rebounds.
Dude, you know how tall you know who the tallest brother is? He's 6'5".
6'5", yeah.
That's their big dude. You got
But they all box
monsters.
out really well. Credit to them. Great at boxing.
Great. Yeah, I like to credit teams that are playing the Tigers because they beat the brakes off.
All right, we can only talk good about the Tigers.
No, we can't. We can't talk good about them today. They got their brains beat out.
But we can't talk good about their opponents.
Well, no, we don't want to do that. Jalen Duren, that looked like a full-grown man. Landers was a little bit off, but he had some really nice little runs there. There was he hit some big shots. He was getting in the lane, finding really good shots, and then he kind of just disappeared down the stretch. Just kind of like Lester Quinones. He'll hit a couple big threes, and you're like, get him the ball back, and then he just disappears for 13 minutes. They don't even get him the ball back. That was kind of frustrating. Dre had a pretty bad day. But again, for me, I just thought I hate to say, the bench was awful with everybody other than baby Chandler Lawson and maybe Jaden Hardaway gave him pretty decent minutes. But I thought Lawson's defense was pretty dead gum nasty, and they needed to put him on Kendrick Davis because Kendrick Davis ate Tyler Harris's lunch. Lester Quinones did a decent job on him. Landers, they threw out on him. They threw a bunch of guys at him. But, I'm telling you, I think it should have been my man Chandler Lawson. Now, we got 4 games left, and I'm talking about and I'm saying the Memphis Tigers and because, I went there. Jade, you didn't go to Memphis, did you?
I did not go to
You went to
Memphis.
Texas Tech.
I did. And Birmingham Southern College.
And Birmingham
I went to
Southern.
2 universities.
Well,
one university, one college.
Not we for me and Jay, but we for the city.
Right.
The Memphis Tigers have 4 games.
City for the city.
3 of the 4 games are in their house at the friendly confines of FedEx Forum. They get Temple. I think they're going to roll Temple. They're going to roll Temple. You know what today's date is?
It's the 21st of February.
So that means they play on Thursday, February 24th
That's
against
right.
Temple.
That's
Yeah.
right, John. And Temple is sneaky good now.
And then they had that Wichita State, the Shockers. You know what the Shockers did?
They shocked the Shockers at Wichita.
They blew them up. They blew them up. They're also playing at the friendly confines in March. Once we get to March, on March 3rd, they do go on the road and play South Florida. They should get that dub. And then they close the season out against Houston in our own house. They got 4 games. They got a lot of work to do. Can they go 4-0? I don't know. Let me know what you think at the AutoZone text and listener line, 901-360-8255. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Brett Norsworthy and Gabe Kuhn drive you home with Sports Time on Sports 56. Brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Get in the swing of things. Grab your friends, your clients, your employees, and go enjoy everything you love about Topgolf in a luxury suite while at Memphis' only Topgolf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Topgolf Swing Suite is an immersive social experience offering guests a luxury private lounge to enjoy Erling Jensen's extraordinary food and beverage service, all while playing a selection of games in a one-of-a-kind simulation day. Topgolf Swing Suites are great for work outings, celebrations, or just getting together. It's fun for the whole family. It's fun for golfers and non-golfers alike. They have more than just golf. They have soccer, baseball, zombie dodgeball, football, and more. Located at 5069 Sanderlin, adjacent to the Doubletree East Memphis. Check us out at swingsuitememphis.com or call us at 901-58-SWING. Again, that's 901-58-SWING at Memphis' only Topgolf Swing Suite at Erling Jensen's Small Bites. Book your suite today.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. Roofing and siding, gutters too. We're the pros you can trust to get it done right. Call on us. 5-Ash Roofing, the name to know. 5-Ash Roofing, the only way to go. 5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. 5-Ash Roofing.
Is that not the corniest thing you've ever heard? Can you believe I paid good money for that silly jingle? Well, the experts say make it memorable, and I think I got my money's worth. 5-Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5-Ash Roofing, 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Hey, Mid-South, get ready to ride at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike with the President's Day sales event. You want 2021 Jeep Renegade Latitude? We Gossett $359 a month. How about the Muscle Masterpiece 2021 Dodge Challenger GT, only $529 a month. And Ram 1500 Express Quad Cab 4x2 returns for 2022, and we Gossett at $559 a month. Come see us trade up, and we'll give you more for your ride at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So drive past the rest and come for our best, or shop online anytime at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 at 3.99, 3,500 down. Must finance through Chrysler. Chrysler Capital Bonus Cash 500. Renegade MPN 27183. MSRP 28.5. Challenger MH 665256. MSRP 37,475. Ram NS 148 241. MSRP 38,930. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22. Dealer stock only.
I'm with John Burgos in the alley at the world-famous Rendezvous. John, it's so good to see you. How are things at the restaurant?
Brett, things in the restaurant are fine, but like all restaurateurs will tell you, things are still not back to normal. Supply chains are interrupted. One week we can't find charcoal. Another week we're short on ribs. Another week they can't find the plastic bottles to fill our sauce jars with. I've watched in awe as our fellow Memphis restaurateurs have worked their way through these past months.
John, always new and exciting things at the Rendezvous.
People know we have Greek salad, vegetarian red beans and rice, and vegetarian nachos. But now we have desserts. Miss Barbara of O Taste and See has individually wrapped some wonderful desserts. We have key lime pie, chess pie, chocolate chess pie, and pecan pie. Not pecan pie, pecan pie. We also have a new twist at the Rendezvous. We now have outdoor dining. It's in the side alley along the Rendezvous, not the one in the front. And depending on the weather and depending on staffing, please call ahead to make sure we're open. And we hope it becomes the mainstay here at the Rendezvous.
Mr. Charlie Burgos' world-famous Rendezvous in the alley in downtown Memphis.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. It's time to close things out. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. Thanks to Terry Davis. Thanks to all you at the AutoZone text and listener line. My buddy Matt, by the way, chimed in and said Jaden Hardaway, by the way, John, was the one who did that unbelievable defense on Kendrick Davis, but yet he still buried that corner shot. So, man, Chandler Lawson, Jaden Hardaway, come out and play some defense. They were the only guys off the bench that were any good in that Tigers disastrous, ugly game down in Dallas, where George Bush, who is a former president of the United States.
On President's Day.
Well, it wasn't President's Day yesterday,
No,
was
but
it?
it is today.
It is today, but he was there yesterday.
He was.
And the Tigers got their brains beat out. Now they got 4 games left. Again, they got Temple, Wichita State, South Florida, Houston, 3 at home. South Florida is the only one they have left on the road.
That's right.
Now, we saw the All-Star game last night.
Yeah.
We had some weird moments with KG and Paul Pierce kind of ignoring Ray Allen.
Yes.
Also, you heard that Charles Barkley didn't like the fact that MJ didn't dap him up. Did you hear that?
Yes.
And did you know that MJ also challenged my man Magic Johnson to a little one-on-one last night? Did you hear about that?
I love that the start for all this was we had a wild day at the All-Star game last night, and you named 3 things that happened at halftime.
Yes, they were all at halftime. By the way, but you know what the best thing was? I think it was Ja Morant's 2 dunks.
Yeah.
Actually, his 2
Lob
dunks.
City.
Did you see the one from Trae Young from like half court?
Nasty.
Ja goes up there and just catches that thing. I mean, he's 6'3". He's skying through the air. Bam!
Bam.
With the finish.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And you know the other thing is, do you know how hard it is to stick out among the world's best athletes?
Right. Anthony Davis can't do it.
Anthony Davis
He's
can't
trash
do it.
among the world's
he's
best.
Always injured.
That's right.
So Ja Morant showed out. He was so much more impressive than anybody in the dunk contest. I hope one day he does it, but I doubt he ever will.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I also have to say, did you see Monty Williams not give my man Nikola Jokic the reigning MVP anytime in the 4th quarter?
Wow.
Yeah, he went with Jared Allen.
We could have talked for 2 hours on All-Star rotations, John.
Yes, we could have. And plus, we also got
Good
to
thing
say,
we didn't, though.
Did you hear about Saturday people were making fun of Jared Allen's clothes?
Yeah,
because he dressed normal.
It was Friday night they made.
Or Friday night, yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I was reading it Saturday.
But he's very articulate, and he was very good about defending himself. He's like, I don't need to wear stuff like that.
He's like, dude, I thought
very
he was
comfortable.
He's very comfortable in his own skin, and I thought he looked fine.
Me too.
But
Looked
anyway,
good.
I thought so too. But you know what else is super fine in this world? Your house. You know why? Because it's something you spend a ton of money on. You want to make sure you take care of your crib. And you know what's the most important thing that you have to take care of first? Is, of course, your foundation. But if your roof leaks, guess what? Water damage is a disaster. You don't want it. Guess what it's doing today? It's raining. If you have issues with your roof, call 901-867-0303. That's my buddy Brian Elder over at Brian Elder Roofing. You can also go to brianelderroofing.com. But give him a call. He's the Mid-South's roofing repair professional. He's the best contractor in the world. In fact, he's the best commercial and residential contractor, period, in Memphis. He's licensed, he's bonded, he's insured, and of course, there's a no-question-asked warranty guarantee. And if you have a claim, book it, Dano. You got a claim. I hope everybody enjoys life today, enjoys a little Peter and Anthony. They're coming up next on Sports 56 Grind Time, but for Jay, I'm John. Get out there and get your Tito's on. It's President's Day. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.